Blessed Sabbath, my brothers and sisters. The Bible says in the book of Romans chapter 4, verses 4 and 5, "Now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace, but of debt. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness." The question may be posed, what is the relevance of the Sabbath? Or what is the connection of the Sabbath to the everlasting gospel? First off, let's remember that Jesus said that this gospel, would go throughout the whole world. Therefore, there must be a preaching of the gospel in the preaching of the Sabbath, and the preaching of the Sabbath in the preaching of the gospel. Often we just state hard facts as though they would lead to a righteous life. We'll inform folks that the Sabbath is the seventh day and that you must keep it or else. Or God never changed the Sabbath to Sunday. Look at this. This is the proof. Or don't follow the traditions of man-made Sunday worship because it's pagan. Follow God's day. It's not the Jewish Sabbath. God set it up in Genesis chapter 2. Don't you see the Ten Commandments? It says, remember the Sabbath day. Now, while all this is true, the gospel has yet to be mentioned in all those points. Our opening text showed us the dichotomy between him that worketh and him that worketh not. Follow. One of them believes in justification by works, and the other believes in justification by not working. It says, him that worketh not. The one who worketh not is the one who is resting. Resting, in which case his reward is freely given and received by God's grace. His face rests, assured on the promise of God to justify him freely. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified, but it is through the Spirit that the man that rests waits for the hope of righteousness by faith. Who's that man's righteousness? And by whose faith does he receive the fullness of this righteousness? Jesus Christ. By Christ's faith, brothers and sisters, he receives Christ's righteousness. He is found in him, not having his own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Christ, the righteousness which is of God by faith. One of the best parallels to explain the righteousness by faith in connection with the Sabbath, meaning the gospel in connection with the Sabbath, is in creation. The creation certainly of Adam and Eve. Before they were created, all things were prepared for them. The fruits were ripe on the trees, and everything was ready. And their first full day was the Sabbath. All they could productively do on that day was thank God for creating them. Thank God for his finished work, all of his finished work. We see right away that the creation of the seventh day Sabbath has nothing to do with legalism at all, but everything to do with faith's resting on God's finished work and receiving his free gifts and being thankful for his unfathomable love. This was how Adam and Eve spent their very first Sabbath with Jesus. The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. Blessed Sabbath, God bless you.